Several potential solutions to distant starlight. There's not a consensus among creationists as to which of those solutions is correct, but that's not a problem, is it? Because that's good science. Science thrives on competing models, and it's good that we have several out there, and I hope that people will propose even other models, because we can test these various models in various ways, and that's good science. But since there are potential models, that means that distant starlight doesn't prove that the universe is very old. In fact, I want to give you a little piece of information which you may not know. I read not too long ago that some secular astronomers had measured the size of the visible universe, that is how far we can see, at 156 billion light years. 156 billion light years, which means we can see, that's the diameter, which means we can see 78 billion light years out into space. But how old do they say the universe is? They say it's 13.7 billion light years, you see. So secular astronomers think that light is able to travel 78 billion light years in only 13.7 billion years. So you see, we all agree that light can travel a distance in light years that is greater than the time in years. We all agree on that. So it's not a problem. The question is just how much different. And we know from the Bible, we know the answer. We know that that light got here in thousands of years, and perhaps much quicker. It might have even all been here by the end of day 4. That's certainly possible. So I have some conclusions here. So there are several possible ways in which starlight can travel large distances in a short amount of time. Therefore, the fact that the universe is large does not prove that it's billions of years old. Folks, just because something's big doesn't mean that it's old. Some of you are bigger than I am, but you're not necessarily older than I am, and vice versa, right? It doesn't follow. Not at all. Not at all. The Big Bang has a light travel time problem of its own, so it would certainly be ridiculous to reject the Bible in favor of the Big Bang because of a light travel time problem when your alternative has the same kind of issue. That doesn't make any sense at all. You're shooting yourself in the foot. It's a self-refuting argument. And I want to just point out that the adventure really is just beginning, because I think now is the time where we're starting to see some amazing discoveries in astronomy that are beginning to confirm biblical creation. And we keep seeing these. How often have you read an article where it said something like, well, scientists will now have to rethink their position on such and such, and this latest discovery overturns the previous idea that such and such? How many times have we seen articles like that? And now's the time where God is raising up some really intelligent creation scientists who are thinking through these issues and making some amazing discoveries that are consistent with what God has said in His Word. So I just want to leave you with a sort of this final thought, that when we think about distant starlight and we think about these galaxies that are incredibly far away at distances that are just phenomenal, and we wonder how God did it, and that's fine. We know it's fine to wonder about things. I think curiosity is God-given. What we don't want to do is say, well, gosh, God, I don't know how you did that, so I'm not going to believe what you said in your Word. I don't understand how you did it, so let's modify your Word. No, not at all. Not at all. We need to have some humility before our Creator, because God knows an infinite number of things that we don't. No, I think we need to look at those distant galaxies and think, wow, God made that. He made it all in 6 days. Most of it was made in 1 day. Most of it was summed up in the phrase, He made the stars also. All those billions of galaxies summed up in that one little phrase, He made the stars also. Wow, just a touch of God's power, and all those things came into existence. So I think when we think about the distant starlight problem and these very, very distant galaxies, we need to remember the words of the Lord in Isaiah. It says, for as the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts than your thoughts. So thank you very much.